What's up, YouTube? Current6693 here. Here to bring you gaming and anime news, as well as anything that I find interesting. Today I kind of just want to touch on all the consoles and pretty much the news that's been coming out. I know I haven't touched on the consoles in a little bit, as far as like specific stuff. Because really there hasn't been much going on as far as like the consoles like new features and all that. It's just kind of like there've been events that have been going on, but it's just kind of been like little things, because it's pretty much like what, a month till the consoles come out, maybe a little over a month, so at this point it is what it is. At first, I was positive the PS4 would win, but now honestly I don't know. I know a lot of people who are hanging on to the Xbox, to Microsoft. I know a lot of people who are still saying they want to go to PS4. In my opinion, at this point, all we can do is wait and see. But first, I want to talk about Sony, and and this is probably going to be a video where I'm actually going to talk about Sony, and they did something that I disagree with. Because I by all means, like I said before, I am not a fanboy of any company. I mean, there are things I love about Microsoft, there are things I love about Sony, and there are things I love about Nintendo, but I'm not a fanboy of any. So apparently, Sony has been using like some Voxcon warehouse, or a bunch of engineering students in China, or some Asian students, and they were forcing them to mass produce or like work on PS4s, and pretty much and they weren't getting paid. And I may have gotten some stuff wrong about that, but I know that they were getting students from some engineering college or something, and they were making them like mass produced PS4s, and they weren't getting paid. And they were basically saying if you don't do it, you lose like 6 credit hours, and you can't graduate. And I think that's bullshit, because apparently like Microsoft, and I think maybe even Nintendo has done that before. I don't know about Nintendo, but I have heard that Microsoft has done that too. But they pay the students. And I think this is kind of bullshit, because like I heard there were some majors in there who don't care anything about video games, or that's not their field, and you meant to they got to do that when they don't graduate. Like really, Sony? Like I don't understand that at all. I really don't understand that. I think that's stupid. And like, you having students build your shit? No, come on, man. So yeah, that story, I was like, oh, come on, Sony, come on. And this really goes to show that every company, every console has their bits and grits. They have the good shit about them, and they have the dirty closet shit about them. So there was that, and then so with Microsoft. Microsoft recently made a statement, addressing like people saying that the graphics are like, PS4 are better, like Battlefield 4 is gonna look better, all that stuff, and then Microsoft basically did damage control by saying that graphics aren't the main thing, it's the experience, and stuff like that. And here's what I would say to that. I agree. Graphics don't make a game. If you look at Minecraft is nothing but a bunch of blocks, and that game is like top of the line. There are games that I love way back on the Nintendo 64, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, that honestly have got nothing graphics-wise on games today. But those games are great. Games are fantastic, like Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2 intro lecture on PlayStation, and on PlayStation, right? My opinion, some of the greatest Spider-Man games we will ever find anywhere. Graphics are not that, at the time they were good, but now no, But in my opinion, that beats out some of the superhero games today. So graphics are not everything. But I will say this though, you can say that graphics aren't everything, but they do. But visuals do make a difference, though. Visuals, how games look and how games feel, do make a difference. And I do kind of feel like they're saying that, just because they're trying to control the damage, and they're trying to, keep people from realizing that the Xbox can't reach the level the PS4 can. Which, in my opinion, I think, honestly, that the consoles are going to be close enough to where it won't really be much of a difference anyway. So there's that. But what was I gonna say? But yeah, yeah, you can say graphics are everything, but I kind of feel like that basically they're just saying that really, just to defend themselves. So yeah, there's that. And also with Nintendo. Now Nintendo basically said that they're no longer competitive types, and that they're focusing on making themselves different from everyone else. But I will say this, Nintendo, yeah, you can say that, but to be totally honest, you're only saying that because they know that they're behind, and they know that there's no way that they can compete again anytime soon. Because my opinion, they just were not ready for next gen. I think what happened with Nintendo is that they focus too much on pushing the same shit all the time, the same Mario games, the same, you know, Zelda game. And there's nothing wrong with having Mario and Zelda games. What I'm just saying is they didn't evolve. They just kind of stayed in their same little play era, and now the gamers want something better. Now they just don't know what to do with themselves. Because apparently the Wii did considerably well. It was never on the same level as the 360 and PS3, but it did considerably well. There were good games on it. But the Wii U, I mean, nothing's really going on for the Wii U right now. I mean, the tablet's cool, but that's it. Um, Basically, in my opinion, the Wii U is pretty much what the Wii should have been, really. You know what I mean? And then the next Wii game should have been something better. Because like if you look at the specs, if you bring up a specs list of like or the features list of the Wii U versus PS4 and Xbox One, like the Wii U is really what the old systems were, you know. So it's off balance, and I kind of feel like they're just saying that because they pretty much dug themselves into a hole. And don't get me wrong, I still love Nintendo, but I do think I do think that they can make a comeback. I do think that they can. They just need to actually like break it down. And Stone Fox Media, he says, I think he said this at one point. He said, know what? He says, spend the money, make a Wii U 2.0 or whatnot. I mean, you know what I'm saying, make a Wii U 2.0 or like take the Wii U and like upgrade that shit. Upgrade it, and make some new IPs. Do what you gotta do. Suck whose dick you gotta suck. Do what you gotta do. I'm sorry to get inappropriate, but at this point they need to do what they gotta do, and then and to bring their console up. And I think they can do it. So let me know, how do you guys feel? How do you guys feel about Nintendo saying they're not really competitive anymore? How do you guys feel about Microsoft, defending graphics versus gameplay? Do you agree with that? How do you guys feel about Sony having sweatshops with Asian students, making them produce PS4s and stuff, and not getting paid for it? And they can't graduate, if they don't do it. So, let me know how you guys feel. The consoles come out in a little bit over a month. Where do you guys stand now? Do you guys still feel that PS4 will win? Or if you guys feel the Xbox will win, do you still feel that way? Are you like me, where it's kind of like at this point all we can do is wait? I'm still have my preference on the PS4, but at this point though, really, all you can do is wait. So I guess we'll have to see, guys. So I'll see you guys later. If there's any other news that comes out, I'll be sure to make a video about it as soon as I can. And I'll see you guys later. Cutting 6693 out.